We've got another beautiful December day here out in California. That's been kind of the norm over the last few weeks. What is not the norm is what we're drinking today. It's Taylor Tuesday. We are drinking the new BTAC EH Taylor from Buffalo Trace. So let's get into this. I know you guys have been asking for it. And hopefully you were able to get yourself a bottle. If not, find a sample somewhere. We're all out. I don't have a whole lot left, but here we go. Let's get it going. On the nose, I'm getting a lot of cherries. The first thing I noticed for sure. Cherries there. There's some brown sugar, light baking spice. There's definitely this nose of like cooking caramel. And I don't know if it's just because I'm Mexican and it's the season, but I definitely get a little bit of sweet tamale in there if you're in there long enough. Definitely the first initial palate hit is cherry, brown sugar, especially as you move it around. It's definitely a little sweeter on the palate as you move it around your palate. An interesting note I get out of this, there's almost like some mallow in this. I get it kind of like a Scotch mallow, which if you don't know, if you haven't been paying attention, Scotch mallows and Haribo gummy bears are my two favorite things in the dessert world. So to get that Scotch mallow note, it's really great. The ABV on this pops up a little bit in the back end. So there's a little bit of peppery spice, more of a white pepper spice versus a black pepper spice. It's a little bit more mellow. And on the finish, that's really the only place I notice tannic notes. There's not a lot of tannic nature to this whiskey, which is interesting because I usually get that, especially in the barrel proofs, but on the small batches as well, on the 50%ers. There's a really nice cherry chocolate balance to the finish. And there's still a little bit, like especially in the first part of the palate, there's that white peppery spice still. But overall, is this worth the $1,300 secondary price, roughly around there? I'd probably say no. We had to pay an arm and a leg to get this. And I'm speaking purely about the whiskey standpoint, not talking about the collectability of this being the very first edition that ever came out. But is it a really good whiskey? It is, absolutely. I really enjoy this, like it. If you get a chance to try and sample, I suggest you do. It's tasty stuff. So from execs to you, cheers, happy Taylor Tuesday. Enjoy whatever you got in your glass today.